Have you ever felt like your life was caught in the middle? Not Good Friday's agony and not Easter Sunday's victory, but that painful, confusing, deafening silence in between. That's where we meet today, on Holy Saturday, the silence between. Where heaven seems quiet, the promise isn't yet fulfilled like Jesus said, and hope feels like a whisper in the dark. But what if I told you that your greatest healing, your most powerful transformation can happen right there in the waiting? Stay with me today because the silence of Holy Saturday might just be where your resurrection begins. Welcome, this is your girl Nsay, and I am your transformational coach, leading you on the journey of personal growth and transformation. Let's pause for a moment together. Take a deep breath with me. Inhale and exhale. Yes, just like that. Now think about a moment in your life where it felt like everything paused. Not the crash of Good Friday and not the joy of Easter Monday, but the in-between, the grief, the confusion, the silence. Sometimes it's the time between when you get the diagnosis that broke your heart and when you're waiting for the manifestation of your healing. That space in between. The space between when you prayed about something and when you got a physical manifestation of it. That space in between. Drop a heart emoji in the comments below if you're in a waiting season right now. Let's build a community of courage together. Or you can type in the comments, I'm in the space between. Maybe it's the space between when you left a relationship, you walked out of a toxic situation, and when you're waiting for your restoration. It could be the space between when you lost your job and when you got another job. That space in between. Holy Saturday is often overlooked. This day holds a lot of power. This is the day the disciples scattered. They were confused, they were afraid, they ran. The day heaven seemed silent, the tomb was sealed, hope seemed buried. But God, He was not done yet. No, He wasn't. What does God do in the silence? You may feel like your dreams are in a tomb, your prayers unanswered, your breakthrough delayed. But listen, heaven's silence is not heaven's absence. God moves even when we can't see it. While the world is mourning in silence, Jesus was working beneath the surface, descending into the depths, breaking the chains, and setting captives free. Right now in your silent season, God is working behind the veil. He's doing that deep work, the healing work, the kind that resurrection needs before the stone can roll away. So let me ask you a question. What do you believe God might be healing or restoring in your silent season? I'll repeat that question, and I invite you to reflect and take a moment and journal. What do you believe God might be healing or restoring in your silent season? Did you know that silence isn't failure? Allow me to speak to your heart today. Your silence is not your failure. Your pause is not your punishment, and your waiting is not wasted. Some of the most powerful moves of God happen in stillness. Think of a seed is buried in darkness. Before it ever sees light, it goes down deep and then comes up. Before fruit comes hidden transformation. Could it be that this silence is sacred? I invite you at this moment to lay your hand on your heart and speak this with me. God is still moving in my silence. I trust the space between. And let those words take root in you. It's time that we take a moment and reframe the way we think about the waiting season. So let me coach your mindset for a moment. Right now, if you're in a Saturday season, these are the 3 things that you need to know. 1, that you are not abandoned. You see, God's silence is not rejection. It is a setup for your next chapter. 2, this is your becoming. You see, God is doing the slow miracle inside your character, inside your faith, your vision. This is your becoming. And then 3, prepare like Sunday is coming. Even when you don't feel it, act in faith, journal your prayers, speak your promises, walk in hope. I invite you today to pause and write down one thing you are still believing for, even in the silence. Write down one thing you're still believing for, even in the silence. Now let your spirit rise in expectation. Even when your emotions haven't caught up yet, let your spirit rise. Because resurrection is coming. And on Sunday, the stone is rolled away. But the power for resurrection began in the dark. On this Holy Saturday, declare it. My silence is sacred. My waiting is holy. My resurrection is coming. Say it out loud if you need to. My silence is coming. My waiting is holy. My resurrection is coming. Whisper it. Cry it. But don't let the silence lie to you that God has forgotten, that God has abandoned you, that nothing is happening. Don't let the silence deceive you into thinking that nothing is happening. Don't let the silence deceive you to work against yourself. Don't let the silence deceive you to make declarations that hinder what God is already doing. Because you are not forgotten, you are being formed. The tomb may be quiet, but heaven is moving. And as we end today, I want to leave you with this truth. God does His most miraculous work in the dark. Before the light, before the shout, there's always the silence, and that's where He meets you now. If this message resonated with you in any way, let me know in the comments below and share this with someone who's waiting between their pain and their promise. And remember, even in the space between, God is still God, and Sunday is coming. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, share this content with someone who you know would be blessed of it. Till I see you again tomorrow, is goodbye and God bless.